What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Happy Friday before Christmas. All right, we are right there. And we're going to actually record this a little bit. All right, welcome in. We are doing a special edition glow show today. So we are definitely going to be rocking some uranium glass tonight. Because I can. What's up, Katie? How are you? Oh, Groves, how are you doing? Russ, what's up? How you doing? Oh, and it's cold. Dragonfly, how are you? Good to see you. Ooh, Ashley, hello. What's up? J-Dub, how you doing? Man, it's cold. Okay, so we have to do a mushroom tonight. Remember that caramel and blue mushroom I kept remaking? A customer just called me and said they got their order, but it was nothing but peanuts in there. So I'm not so happy. So I'm going to remake it, reship it, but man, it's freezing. I bet it's freezing everywhere. Hi, Colleen. How are you? Yeah, I was a little bugged by that. I know. I'm not so happy. So I'm going to remake it real quick and ship it out again. But I know 1,000% that got in the box. So he said he just had peanuts in there. I know, it's weird. I'm so sick of it. You know, the mail's just getting crazy. Anyway, how's everybody doing Friday night? How y'all doing? Y'all hanging in there? I hope so. But anyways, you get to see a mushroom made. I'm going to do a little special edition for him here since he didn't get the package right with just peanuts. We're going to throw a little uranium on his mushroom. So, just because he was very cool when he called about it. What? Oh my God, Lenny, thank you so much. A big shout out to Lenny. Thank you for giving me that super chat. You're fighting cancer? I'm so sorry. Stephanie went through cancer not too long ago, and I completely understand the fight. You have my prayers with you. I'm going to be sending you good vibes. It's not fun. What do you mean, how much, Russ? What are you talking about? How much for what? Everybody give Lenny a big, give her a big heart in the chat, please, if you wouldn't mind. Because cancer can feel very, very lonely at times. And you even got people on TikTok that'll probably do it. Anyway, how you doing, Groves? You doing good? Hope so. I appreciate it. Thank you for sending those beautiful hearts out there. What's up, Smoking Wheels? Love glassblowing, but can't afford to buy it. You know what? That's okay. You get to hang out and watch me make it. It's perfectly fine. I love having people sit by the fire with me and kind of enjoy the chat. Don't worry about having to purchase anything. Send out memorial marbles. There you go. All right, so we're beginning the base of the mushroom here. This one, I'm going to kind of widen the bottom out just a little bit. Like that. So tonight we have a totally unscripted live stream. We're going to be using Uranium. We have no roadmap tonight. We are just freewheeling it. What's up, Daisy Girl? Cane to Pain. What's up? Oh, if it's boring, you can swipe, man. Bye-bye. See ya. All right, let's bring this down. And boom. What's up, Tess? How you doing? All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to pop it in the kiln. I forgot I got to do one thing on here. Do I ever burn myself? Not really. Not like severe burns. I don't have anything where it was like, I have this really cool story about it at all. I don't have any of those type of burns. All right, so we're going to use 2 different blues, a little bit of uranium, but I'm going to stretch this caramel out real quick before we get too far. Thank you, Sunrise. It's just a troll out there doing their thing. Yeah, tomorrow. What's up, Red Squeak? How you doing? All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to stretch it out. I'm going to do this mushroom top a little bit different this time. Oh, you got your mystery box? Awesome. This is just decor, JR. Nothing else. There are lots of channels that do the other stuff, just not mine. I don't have any problem with it, just not my thing. All right, so what I did here is we stretched the caramel out. I'm going to use it as a mixing glass, kind of. Sky, thank you so much. I love having fun. Yeah, this channel's about having fun. What's up, Mask Kid? All right, so that was stretched out. And then we're going to get the uranium, the 2 blues. We're going to mix it onto the mushroom top and turn this thing amazing. I hope it looks good. Okay, I do have to find one thing here, and I hope to goodness I have it. I thought I had cut enough. Okay, this will work. This is big enough. So tonight, everything I do tonight will have uranium in it. Every single piece. And it is totally unscripted tonight. Dayton, Ohio, what's up? How you doing? All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to start adding color into it. So let's start with the darker color first. So this is a dark, dark, dark blue. It's called Twilight. It's extremely dense. You collect uranium glass? That's awesome. I love uranium glass. I think it's amazing. Even without a black light, it looks cool as heck. Right? All right, so we are striping this all the way around. This method that I'm doing right here is called the spin trail. Basically, we're just heating up a section of the cobalt or the colored rod, not cobalt at the moment, and we're spinning it, and it's trailing onto the main piece. So spin and trail. Not too complicated. We're going to do a mushroom right now. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to this one. But the customer called me and said they opened the box and there was nothing but peanuts in it. So I've asked USPS to track the weight. So the weight from when it got scanned in to when it got lighter. Because I know they can check the weights as it progresses through the system. I know it looks like Wonder Woman's Truth Lasso. Yeah, it kind of does. I actually have the color that would do that too. All right, so we're going to stripe on some cobalt now. This is the transparent version of the blue. Up. There we go. Like that. And while I'm working, I will show you what my glasses look like, or the lenses for my glasses. We should have a really good effect with this right now. You should be able to see it very intensely. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. See the difference? It definitely shows on this type of product. So that is how I see it. Do I have a shop? Not physically, no. But I do have an online store, yes. StarryNightGlass.com. Dog, how are you? Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. All right, so let's go through progression. I do like showing the stages of things. So there are the two blues that we have on there. We're going to pull this uranium down a little bit, and we're going to thin it down. Same thing. I should have done this ahead of time, but we're just going to do it this way. We're just going to do it the easy mode. So for my glass blowers out there, especially Groves and Dragonfly, if you ever forget to pull a stringer, that's what you do. Just attach it right to the piece and pull. But a big shout out to Cosmic for the, thank you so much for the Cosmic Zebra Cakes. That actually sounds hella good. Thank you for the super chat. I told everybody, super chats, I'm going to give big shout outs to. What's up, L to the B? On TikTok, I got to give L to the B a big shout out just because it's L to the B. Okay, here's where it gets fun. Lenny, thank you so much for the sun balloon. All right, so we got stripes running around. This is where it's going to get fun. We're going to take some of this clear and we're going to do what I call finger painting. And what that looks like is literally finger painting with molten glass. We're going to come around and you're just going to blend it around. Happy little swirls. So that's my dedication to Bob Ross tonight. Happy little swirls. If you're new to this channel or you're new to my live stream, you will find out I absolutely love Bob Ross. I think he's amazing. Dragonfly Creations. I have an app now? What do you mean? Maybe. I don't know if I do. I don't know what Stephanie's up to with the website. So there it is, blended and not blended. If it says I have an app, that's crazy. Betty, how are you? Betty, thank you very much, by the way. Betty has finally allowed me to have the pleasure of a fluffernutter. Thank you so much. And thank you for everything else. Stephanie said everything was beautiful. I thought so too. Betty sent me some fluff. I'd never had fluff before. So I got to try a fluffernutter. It is pretty good. I have to admit. Yeah, you sent it to the post office box or the UPS store, which is perfect. All right, so we're blending this all the way around. So we are in the process of making a mushroom ornament. And this is going to have blues and some uranium and some caramel. Okay, now we got the blues. We're going to have some fun tonight, too. Anybody want to guess how many marbles are in the container? All these little marbles here, they're about half-inch marbles, little marbles. We'll do a little game on here. Siren, thank you for the Fest Pops. L to the B, thank you for the Go Popular. All right, so from here, this is where we get fun. We're going to add the caramel on here, and we're going to spiral it around. Mike says 200. Tim says 53. Daisy Girl says 125. Here we go. 100, 42, 62, 103, 180. So we're going to come through, and we're going to add the caramel in here now. Again, my little happy Bob Ross moment here. 180, 200. Okay, here we go. I'll give it a little bit, and then I'll reveal the answer. All right, so we got caramel on there now. 136. And we got 76, 89, 122, 76, 145. We have some people that are close. Dale, thank you. What's up? Tom says 96. All right, so we have the caramel on. Now comes the final part, the actual uranium. Can I talk louder? Is it that low? It should be pretty good. Microphone should be working very well. Oop, got a little crazy right there. Yeah, I said the microphone should be pretty awesome right now, actually. Yeah, definitely uranium glass. Okay. So I saw everybody's guess in here, and I'll reveal the answer now. There are 113 marbles in there. Come on, y'all know I love 13 as a number. So I put 113 in there. All right, that should have enough uranium. I know, I said some people were pretty close. I like Eccentric Clone, how are you? Hey, if you don't have your piece by like Tuesday, let me know. I'll just make another one and ship it. But you should definitely have it. All right, there's the uranium glass. That is the beauty of it. It has a beautiful black light reaction. And last little bit, we're going to do a little bit of clear to just kind of blend it one more time. Then we're going to turn it to the mushroom. It's definitely thick. Yeah, if you don't have it by like Tuesday, let me know. I'll send it with tracking this time. I sent it kind of like parcel post, thinking it wouldn't be a big deal, but after today's thing with the mushroom, I'm kind of worried. Illuminati? No. The app is awesome. I will do so. I'll let her know. I know you're off by 12. Okay, so here, what's up, John? So here we're going to actually create the mushroom. So the first thing is we got to blend it in really, really well. And then we're going to blow it out. And it's not going to look exactly like a mushroom right off. But there is the filter that my glasses use. Now, look at those fingerprints. I got to clean that. So anyway, that's how I can see what I'm doing. I use that filter. See the difference? It's a pretty amazing difference there. Okay. I got a little bit of a wobble in here. Hold on. I'm not so happy with that. So this is for also groves and dragonfly. If you go to make a mushroom and you're going to blow it out, this is a little helpful tool you can use to get it all even. Yes, we definitely do international for sure. What's up, Junebug? How are you? So this is going to be a cool piece tonight that we're going to finish up. Some people know what it is. Other people's don't. This is a honey pot, basically, or honey jar. And I'm going to add a bee to it on the top of it. But this time, we're going to put a uranium bee on there. Because everything we're doing tonight will have some form of uranium to it. All right, let's go. We're going to turn this into a mushroom. We're going to blow it out in 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. All right, as I said, it's not going to look very mushroomy right off the bat. So, how do you get it into a mushroom? I'm going to bring it over and just explain it a little bit better here. So we got the mushroom here. We're going to hit the flame directly under this cap right here. We're just going to come around, and the cap is going to fold over onto the stem. So we're going to use a little pinpoint flame and just come right underneath there and let gravity do all the work. Your first time here? Awesome. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. So again, we're just going to come through, and the weight of that mushroom cap is just going to bring it down. About like that. We're going to straighten it out just a tiny bit. Give it a puff of air. Like that. And see how it just changed that whole look, and it got to a little baby mushroom. How to get something? We have a website, and I can't tell you what's going on with Etsy right now. Etsy is being really, really, I don't know. I think they're going to go out of business. I can't imagine they're going to stay in business. But right now they're sending all these people verifications. I've been doing business on Etsy for 9 years. And now they sent me a verification of, we need to verify you're real or we're not going to send you your money. So Etsy is holding all my money right now. They're not paying me. And here we go. Watch this. See the reveal of that mushroom cap? Look at that. Remember I said it was going to look amazing? And there it is. No light, light. I told you it'd look awesome. No, it's not the holidays. It is, they are just taking everybody's money and holding it. Do you know what the interest on $1 billion a day is? And that's what I think they're doing. I could be wrong. Okay, so we got to make a little hook for that mushroom real quick. Oh. Yeah. Got to pop a little hook on there. So the way I do little bails and hooks, I do them a little differently. We're going to make a little flat disc, if you will. like this. And we're going to flatten it out. Not all the way, though. You don't want to smush this like you're angry at it. Just a gentle little... You know what? We're going to tank that idea on that one. This guy was really cool about not having this thing in the box. We're going to do is hook out of uranium, and we're going to back it with caramel. We're just going to make it epic. Because everything we're doing is uranium tonight. I have to be relaxed. You have a choice. Be stressed or be relaxed. I'd rather be relaxed. Add a little fire to the there. Eccentric, thank you so much for the clone. Terry, what's up, Terry? How are you doing? Is uranium more expensive? By a lot. Uranium is by a lot. Yeah, uranium glass is roughly $150 a pound. And to give you a perspective, regular clear glass is about $4 a pound, 3 to 4, depending on your brand. And then most color runs anywhere from 35 to 60. So uranium being at 150 is a little bit on the high side, but that's okay. It's worth it. It's way worth it. All right, so doesn't that look like one of those flat paper dolls now with the little hair on the side? I always think it does. What's the difference? The uranium, the process of making it out of uranium, there's a lot of extra steps you have to do as a manufacturer making things out of uranium. I mean, you don't want uranium leaking into groundwater. All right, so we're going to take this and pull it right out like that. We're going to take that and loop it. All right, so we're going to take this and smush it. Yes, smush is a technical term in the glass field now. Okay, got that done, and we're going to take it and make it super round. Yeah, different colors use different materials in it. So pink and red have gold in it, which right now the price of gold is ridiculous. So it gets a little bit up there too. Not uranium expensive, but it's expensive. All right, so we got this little loop. We're going to detach it and put it onto the mushroom. How am I not burning my fingers? I'm either superhuman or glass does not conduct any heat. It's a good insulator, horrible conductor. I like to pretend I'm superhuman, but that's not a fact. It's just not true. Okay. But if you want to see, the torch doesn't get hot either. It's a very safe piece of equipment. Everything around me is not hot. Okay, so we got the little hook. All right, this next part is freaking amazing what we're going to do to it. Again, I'm going to show you before we get too far because I won't be able to do it later. There's the mushroom colors coming through now. Look how pretty that is. And that's what we were doing earlier. And there's without That's why I like showing it with the light on it. It definitely pops it. No, uranium glass is not toxic. There's definitely some glass that's way worse than uranium. Way worse. So sorry, I got to warm this up real quick. All right, so we're going to separate this from the bottom, the tubing. This next part is a lot of fun. So this is, we're going to heat it right here. This is called a blowout. So when you want to separate this tube and you want to keep the bottom thin, like the edge, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to heat up a little bit more heat right there. And you want to thin out the glass a lot. So we take it from here, get it super hot. Then we blow it open. Like that. And that allowed me to separate it really, really well. Yeah, the cadmiums are the ones that's what I was saying. The cadmiums are the ones I hate working with. Just because it's cadmium. All right, so we're going to cut this off. If you didn't know, you can actually cut glass like this. There we go. I got to admit, that's pretty satisfying when you do that. So we got to make sure it stands up first. If it stands up with that, it'll stand up on its own for sure. Yeah, this is a replacement actually. For some unknown reason, we shipped a box and the customer got nothing but peanuts in it. I happen to have an idea why, but whatever. I'm not happy. But I told the customer I would remake them a mushroom right away and get it out tomorrow. And so we enhanced it with some uranium on there too. Let's put the uranium hook on here. It's definitely going to glow super bright. Should I do my really focused look? That cracks me up when people do that. There we go. I'm sorry. There's just one person I know that does that every once in a while, and it annoys me. And there we go. So now we got the mushroom. It looks absolutely really cool. I love it. And that will sit in the kiln. Okay, so we're going to do the bee for the top of the honey dipper, honey jar, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it was just peanuts. I'm not real happy. But I know that as the boxes go through the system, they get weighed at each location. So I want them to track the weight and find out where it went light. No, you're not. Canadians aren't dumb. You're awesome. All right, so we got to make a little B for the top of this. We're going to do the B out of uranium too. I was going to do all yellow with uranium, but I'm just going to do the B out of uranium, add the black, and we're going to make a green B. Green B. So the B is going to be out of green, uranium. What I do with the mushroom, I put it in the kiln. It'll sit there and it will temper. All right, so let's start. We're going to make a B. Not really radioactive. That's what I'm thinking, Betty. I really think it got taken out somewhere along the line. And because the weight, I know when I had it scanned, it got a weight picked up on it. Because that one I know I physically took to the post office, along with like several others. Okay, so we're going to build up the bee body. I'm trying to think of how big I want to make this. I don't want a tiny little bee on here. I want to make it a little bit substantial. But this will definitely look cool with the uranium on it. No, they definitely didn't eat the peanuts. They have them. They actually sent me photos and everything, so I know they're not. I know they're not trying to pull a fast one. I can usually tell pretty quick. All right, so we're building up a little bit of body for the bee. Yeah, we definitely have to go a lot more here. I'm hoping that the green will look pretty good, almost yellowish. We'll see, though. All right, a little bit more. And a little bit more. Almost there. And I think that'll be about the right size for it. Can't make it too big either. How many years experience do I have? 31. It's going to be 32 next month. All right, so we're going to take this and spin some black on there. Eccentric Clone, thank you so much. About the size of the thumb. No, not quite that big because this top is actually pretty thin, and I don't want it to overpower structurally onto that glass. I don't want it too much. It could wreck it. But it'll be a good size. It's going to look good. And here we go. No, this customer didn't pull a fast one. They've ordered probably 20 items off me in the past and never had an issue. So, Chef Hank, what's up? What's up, Easy? All right, so we're going to spin this black on here. I got to do this really accurate here. My fingers are sticking to the glass, damn it. Made it a little bit jittery there. All right, so we got all the coils wrapped around here. We're going to meld those in. Yeah, it is very strange. Well, Betty, they ended up catching someone not too long ago that was taking my stuff and selling it to a shop locally. So But that person is no longer here, so I don't know what's up now. All right, so we're blending all that in for the bee. It will be beautiful. A little bit more. And it's not going to be like a super accurate bee. I do everything whimsical. So it's going to have some googly eyes and look kind of whimsical. I think it is, Betty. I do. I did not go to school for this as a trade. I grew up with this. My mother started when I was 2 years old. So I grew up with this as a profession, kind of, watching my mom. Okay, next step is we're going to put a little bit of a black dot here. This is where the little bee stinger will go. But for right now, I want to secure the punty rod right there. We'll pull that down in a little bit. And we're going to grab some clear. And so we'll start working on the head. And I'm going to do a vote on the color of the wings. We'll do it afterwards here. I'm going to let the audience pick the color of the wings on this one. There's a couple choices for it. All right, so we're going to take it here, separate it. What's up, Diamondback? Okay, next step is we're going to separate it here. We're going to put the head. Where to buy the glass? StarryNightGlass.com. That is temporary right now. It doesn't have everything on there. I'm going to be over the next few days working a tremendous amount on the website. But you will see the fieryguy.com too. I was able to secure that name. So there will be a thefieryguy.com. Okay, so we got the head on there. Again, I do everything whimsical, so if you're looking for the most accurate bee, I'm not it. Okay, so first things first, we have the body built. We have the head on there. We're going to add the googly eyes and the antenna, whatever you want to call it. And from there, we will we'll make the wings. I'm going to let you all decide on the wings. Well, the bee's going on the honey pot. What's up, Joey? So first things first, we're going to build the antennae. Antennae. We're going to do that out of uranium. Again, over-exaggerated. There we are. Nope, gotta fix that one just a little bit. Too much. And then we're going to put the black on there. Like that. Little dots, some googly eyes. And we definitely have to move into the wings. Okay, let's put some gigantic eyeballs on here. And I'll show you where we're at so far. I don't know, it makes me laugh. We still have to put the black on there. What's the question? Use some kind of UV light to make them glow, or do they always glow in the dark? So you do have to make a UV light to get the uranium glass to glow in the dark. However, I do have an actual glow-in-the-dark glass that I created, and so you don't need a light source once it's in the dark. It does need to be charged up a little, meaning it has to absorb some light. But once it does, then it goes in the dark. It is completely safe to leave off. All right, so we got the bee head done like that. We're going to choose some wings for it. And this is the hard part. So let's find my color that I wanted to use. There it is. And then some ghost. I thought I had ghost in here. Ah, there it is. So I have two color choices. We have a very shiny, like metallic-y silver color. And then at the tip of this is a very transparent, ghosty color like that. So it'll be more clear with the ghost. The transparent will be shimmer. I'll show you with a light, because it will definitely make a difference. So there is the ghost right there, and there's the shimmer. Ghost, shimmer. So I'm going to let y'all decide. We're going to go. It's YouTube versus TikTok. Silver, ghost, ghost, silver. Yeah, it's pretty half and half right now. I do have a foot pedal, yes. We have lots of ghost. Man, it's half and half. I'm getting a lot of mix. All right, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to mix this silver down. I'm going to mix the shimmer down real quick. Do one of each? No, I got to keep this one pretty stable, Red Squeak. I want to keep it balanced. And here we go. Do half and half. No, I can't do half and half. It has to be one or the other on this in order for it to look good. We're going to break the shimmer down, though. The shimmer will be transparent. Ghost. Restart the goal? Okay, I can do that. Can I mix the two colors? I've never mixed ghost and the shimmer before, so I'm not quite sure that it would... I'm not quite sure it would blend without having a problem. Because I haven't done it before, I don't know if they'll crack. Not every color blends well with each other. Let me grab my helping hand. It's a little short, but that's okay. So this is my secret weapon. This is going to help me mix it up real quick. Yeah, it has uranium. So let me just mix this up a little. It's getting a little wild there. There we go. Took care of that one, right? Yep, drilling to mix it. All right, let's pull this down and see how we look. Actually, I can make a wing out of each one and show it to you before we apply it. How's that sound? Because everything looks different when pulled down and thinned out. But this is going to be a neat piece. It will definitely have the cool uranium bee on the top of the honey pot there. Oh, got a little droopy. Right. This is 31 years. What's up, Cosmic? There's another cool glass artist right there. Cosmic Glass 777. Fantastic glass blower. Got to give him a follow. Along with Grove's Glass Gallery, and we got Dragonfly. Got to give them follows. All right, so we're going to flatten this one out. That's semi-transparent. We're going to pull it down. That, pop it off. There we go. And then we'll do the ghost. Yeah, this is 31 years. It has been a minute for me. And there we go. I have a feeling the ghost might look better, but we'll see. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to bring it in. See what it looks like. We're going to pull that down. Let that settle for a second. And the best way to do it is we'll pop one of each on there. And take a look. Come on, damn it. Now, these aren't the actual wings, but they'll give you a color choice to see. There we are. We'll pull it down just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to let you choose from here now. We'll see what we got going on. So these are the two colors. I'm going to try and get in the camera as much as possible. So that is the ghost. You can see it has that iridized blue look. And then that is the shimmer. Well, come on, damn it. There. So ghost and shimmer. Ghost looks cool as hell, right? I love that blue. That's what I was saying. It's better to see it physically, and then you can decide. How materials are you using for glass art yet? What are you talking about? Yeah, I think the ghost. All right, everybody's going ghost. All right, let's do it that way. Got a few shimmers, but ghost is it. Now, we'll take this after we're done. We'll try mixing ghost and shimmer in a little bit, but right now I want to get this bee done. We'll park that there. Let's make us some wings. Let me double check the size of the bee. All right, we're good. So the way I do these wings, I like it a lot. We take a leaf maker, and we're going to use about half of that leaf maker, just a little portion of it. What's going to happen is we're going to get a little ridge of lines in there. It's going to kind of give it a unique look. So we just have to build up enough of it. And here we go. And I lied, we're still going. And there we go. So we're going to bring it in, and we're going to go right on one side of this. And it's just going to give it some very, very fine lines on the edge. Just a little bit of a ridge there. Attach that, and we'll pull it down a little bit. Like that. Pop that off. And do one more. All right, Betty, thank you very much. Thank you for the fluff and everything, by the way. It was so nice of you to do that. That was a wonderful surprise. So for those of you who don't know, Betty sent me some fluff. I'd never had fluff before from the East Coast. So I'd never had a fluffinator, whatever. I shouldn't say fluffinator. That's bad. And so I got to try it. It's actually pretty damn good, I have to admit. All right, here we go. We're going to do wing number 2. So we're just going to go on the other side now. Give it a little bit of a push. And do the same thing. We're just going to grab it. Smooth it out a little bit. A little pull. Like that. We'll start adding it to the bee since I already have it on a rod. Grab the second one and attach it. Like don't like having my hand right underneath this leaf or wing. This is not on there very well, and it could just easily fall. It's scaring the crap out of me, actually. Like that. All right, let's get it sealed in there really nice. Make sure they're all good to go. Super blended. So that is going to go right on top of that. Like that. So next step is we're going to preheat this and then put them together. I'll show you the bee though before we get there. So this is the bee. Look at those wings, how they came out nice and blue. Like I said, I do everything kind of whimsical, so I'm not looking to make it like the most accurate item in the world. Just kind of fun. But there. And I don't know if the uranium's... Yeah, the uranium's not popping yet. But yeah, we're going to pop that onto the honey pot or the honey jar lid. All right, I got to do this CAPTCHA thing real quick. Hello, TikTok. Wow, first try. Yeah, one wrong move, it definitely sucks. And there we go. Yeah, it definitely sucks. One wrong move. And you're having a bad day. We'll use this one. So we're going to put this onto an extension here so I can do something else with it. So the next step, I think we're going to do a combination of uranium, and then we're going to use a blacklight glass called Lucy, which is all pink. We're going to make the flower out of the pink UV glass, and then we're going to make the hummingbird with all the accents and uranium. So if y'all are up for that, we'll make a little flower, and we're going to put the two together and make it a combination sculpture. It'll be a lot of fun. It's definitely worth hanging for this one. Let me grab the pink glass. It's called Lucy, and we'll go from there. My stuff is way out of whack right now. Where's my Lucy? There she is. Oh, you know what? Oh. Oops. We're going to do an audience vote again, okay? This is going to be a trippy one. Okay. We're going to do another audience vote. Okay, I'm going to get that out of the way before I terrorize it. The green is not North Stars. This is the, although I do have Illuminati, the green is molten aura right now. And we're going to grab this stuff here. This is super, super old. In fact, I'm just going to open it. A little section of it. I wrapped it up a little too well. There we go. So I'm going to bring one rod of it out. Just in case. I don't want to open the whole thing up if we're not going to use it. Let's turn this down. I don't need that flame going. So one of this glass is called Lucy, which is pink. And then the other one is, I forgot what it's called, but it's orange glow. So this is an orange, and then there's Lucy. So there's orange, Lucy. I should just open the orange up so y'all can see it better. We'll just do it. Just going to open it all up. How about I not slice that over my leg? This stuff is super, super, super old. Kind of like me. Come on. I guess my knife needs sharpening. But we're doing an extra special piece tonight because we're working all uranium. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so we got Lucy and we got orange. And I'm going to show you the difference right now. So that is the orange, and there is the Lucy. Lucy's a little brighter, but the orange is definitely orangey. Hopefully I just didn't mess that up. Make sure I got it all right. Yeah. Trying to keep them separate. So orange, you can definitely see the orange go in there. Then the Lucy over here. So we're going to make the flower out of one of these two colors. I'll let you all decide. Off screen, that's as close as it gets. I can't get it too much anymore on the screen. There, that's about as close. Lucy, orange, right here, and green. So I'll let you all decide. We're doing pink flower, orange flower, or which one? Yeah, the orange is a little less intense, for sure. It's definitely less intense. It doesn't have as much of a glow to it. Lucy, Lucy, pink, pink, pink. I think pink is really kind of taking it. You can definitely see the pink. This is Lucy pink. Right there. If it's off screen, I don't know why, but there's Lucy pink. Those two combos look really good together. Lucy, yeah. You know what? We're gonna wing it. We'll do both. We'll just alternate the petals. We'll do a little orange and a little Lucy. I don't know which one will go where, so that'll be the mystery. Okay, there's orange. And then we're gonna grab 2 of the pink. There we go. All right, let's put this away, and we'll just do a combo. It'll be pink and orange all together. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to make an actual little flower, a rose. If you have not seen that done before, it is a pretty awesome little piece. I've made thousands of these things, so they are pretty fast. It won't take me long to get it done. I'm just debating on... I need a good holding rod, though. A little bit shorter. Okay, let's do it. So we're going to make a little flower. There we go. And then after we get done with the flower, we're going to do the hummingbird with the uranium. And we're going to build it into a full-blown sculpture. What's up, Penthouse? How you doing? Penthouse is in the house. on TikTok. If you have not followed Penthouse, you got to give him a follow. He's an amazing glass artist. Makes really cool stuff. Yep, so we're going to put them together. They look super clear, though. I'm doing good, my friend. All right, let's go. We're going to attach. So the magic will be when it hits the black light, it is just going to pop with this pinky orange flower. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to pull, I call this the unicorn horn stage right here. So it's just like pulling a unicorn horn. Just a little boop-a-doo-boop. So just a tiny little part. Okay. Why'd that happen? Don't want that. All right, so we got that done. Let's start making some petals. Build it up one on top of another. My process is a little different than other people. A lot of people like to make the petals way ahead of time and then assemble. I don't like it that way, but there's just more than one way to do it. So we start applying them. And I need my tool. There we go. All right, here we go. So about every third or fourth petal, I will show you the progress as we start going through. So you're not just going to stare at a flame and not see anything for a little bit. So about every third or fourth petal. There's one, two more, and I'll show you where we're at. The first three or four, it doesn't look like anything. In fact, it starts to look like a Venus flytrap, to be honest. A little bit goofy. And another one. There we are. All right, so we got the 3 little petals on right now. Again, it doesn't show a heck of a lot on there. All right, we're going to change over to the pink Lucy. So now we're going to grab the pink and add that on. Yep, Dragonfly is she's fully versed in all the glass, so. And here we go. So we're going to start adding the next 3 petals, and I'll show you where we're at. Oops, went too far. Back up. So this is kind of building it up. I always say it's a triage of 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 is how I lay the petals down. Just kind of keeps track of everything as you start going through. If you try and add too many petals, you'll lose track of where you're at, and I promise the flower will look lopsided. So 3, 3, and 3. And Here we go. All right, so we got the next 3 down. So technically there's 7 on here. There's 1 in the center and then 3 and 3. Again, it's not totally organized right now. We will get there. As we start going through, it'll get more and more definitive. It'll look better. Cool. Thank you for the sundae. Nick, thank you so much for the marshmallow. Marshmallow sounds hella good right now. Honestly, marshmallow sounds fantastic. So we're coming through, and I'm going to add another 3. And I always keep it up near the flame while I'm up there as much as possible to try and keep it warm. They do not like to cool off very much. Okay, right there. Yep. No, I don't want to throw any gold on this. It'll definitely take away from the UV. It would definitely take all that away. Fire looks toasty, but it is cold as hell in here. It's super cold. There we are. It's starting to take shape. I gotta straighten this out though. It got a little wobbly on me. There we go. So this is what I call the triangle stage. So as you start putting all the petals on, it kind of forms like a little triangle. So like there's the top and the 2 sides coming off. Now the next part we need to start doing is we need to start flaring it out. So it kind of flares outward now. We get rid of that triangle. So we're going to grab the Lucy again and go through. So now we're going to come out this way. And hopefully get rid of that look. Yeah, it definitely does that. And you just got to nip and tuck up here. It's kind of like plastic surgery. Nip and tuck. We'll add 2 more, and you'll definitely see a difference in this version right here. Put these on. There's the gap right there. Actually, I want to come to this side first there. Bring it down. And one more, and I'll show you exactly how it's starting to look. This is where it starts making sense, and it'll look really fantastic. There's my huckleberry right there. Okay, so now we have, it's starting to fill out. Notice it doesn't have that triangle effect to it anymore. So the last step is we're going to take and we're going to do some larger petals on the back end here. And we're going to see how it looks, and that should be enough. And then we're going to make the hummingbird, and we're going to put everything together. We're going to actually make a little sculpture for it. Okay, so first petal right there in that gap, bring it in, attach, and slow pull. There we are. Looking good. And 2 more. We might have to do 5. It depends on how it looks with the 3. Sometimes it goes between 3 and 5. How much do the sculptures cost? It really depends on which one that we're doing. But like something like this will probably start out at 75 because of the cost of the actual glass. All right, there we are. This UV reactive glass and uranium glass is on the higher end of costs. They definitely cost a lot more. And 1 more. I think we're going to be good. I think we'll be okay after this. What's up, Diane? How are you? Bayo, what's up? Thank you for the bouquet. And last one here, hopefully. Just trying to see where I want to place it. It needs to go... Oh, poop. This might require 5. No, it doesn't go there. It's going to go right there. This is where you kind of lose track of all your petals. Makes it difficult. Now we're going to do 2 more. So this is going to have 5, not 3 at the end. Like I said, it can go between 3 and 5 depending on how the flower is shaping up. There's my winner right there. I definitely want to make sure, since we're using all the UV on here, this looks fantastic. And 1 more. Squish and mush. And there you are. Nope, you're going to go right there. That's the perfect spot, right there. All right, this is done. So now we got the flower all the way constructed, all the little petals going around. And we're going to take that. Now that will glow with the pink and the orange. So we'll definitely have this pinky and orangey look to it. But what I want to do right now is put this glass off to the side so I know exactly what's what. Yep, there we go. Pink and orange. All right, we're going to pop this in the kiln. And we're going to finish the holder. little beehive, bee jar, whatever you want to call it, honey pot. Let's grab that and finish it up. Oh, straighten that. Really? Does not want to go on straight. There we are. So there's the little bee that we did out of uranium. And we're going to pop it on here, and then the bee will fit on the little honey jar. Little micro flame. Make sure it's nice and straight. Pull the little tail. Little stinger, not a tail. And that is good to go. So that will fit on that honey jar right there with the bee, like that. It's going to look cool when it's all done. What's up, Christy? How are you? So yeah, that fits on the honey jar. I think it's going to be amazing. Okay, we're going to park this off to the side because I do not want to get it confused with all the other stuff. I'm doing fantastic. Okay, so we're going to make the hummingbird for the flower. And from there, we'll put it together. I actually think I'm going to do the hummingbird with the orange body, and then we'll do the uranium wings. We're really going to go all in on this. We're going to go all in. Yep, it is real uranium glass. I don't know of a fake uranium glass, to be honest. There we go. All right, let's do this. No, the honey jars do not come with the uranium marbles. Nope. You're more than welcome to purchase them, but that's a lot of uranium glass. And here we go. So right now I'm building up the body for the hummingbird. And this will glow a nice orange, and then the wings and tail and beak will glow uranium green. There's the ghosty opening the door. Heat doesn't transfer on glass. So glass is an incredible insulator, horrible conductor of heat and temperature. All right, there we are. So next step is we're going to start working on the back end of it. We'll do the tail first, and we'll get that done. Then we'll start working on the rest of the body and the wings, beak, and eyeballs. Nope, it does not burn at all. Okay, so we're going to pull a little template down for the tail. There. So this is the beginning of the body. So that little droopy part right there is where the tail will go. No, it wasn't Fritz. It's definitely the ghosty right now. And let's make a tail. So we'll use the uranium glass for this. Like that. Smooth it out. I think we're good. This under a black light is going to be so freaking intense. It's not even going to be funny. I can't wait to get photographs of this. I'll probably post a little video with it too. All right, tail is done. So that is the tail so far. And again, that will light up in the black light. Right now, it's just kind of doing its thing. I just set this rod down. There it is. So next step is we're going to burn off where the head will be. And then we're going to add some wings. So we're going to separate it here. Like that. Park that way over there so I don't lose it. And now my favorite part, the wings. I don't know if I want, do I have a thicker one? Yeah, this is better. So we're going to do the wings. Now for this one, we're going to flare the wings out quite a bit. Normally I go really far up, but this one we're going to flare out a little bit for this particular sculpture. Bring it down. So there is wing number 1 parked on there. Looking really nice. Got a little bit of a spot right there though. We want to tear that off. There. Don't want that sticking out. And here we go. Number 2. Smooth all that out and get the wings balanced. All right, good on that. I don't like where they're at right now. Remember I said I was going to flare them out. Right now they're too far up, like they're almost in an eagle wing stance. So we need to bring them down a little bit. There we go. And then we got to do the other side. Got to make a match. Let gravity do its thing. There we go. Yeah. See how they kind of flared out now? I like this look a lot better since we don't have a hook going on it. Almost like it's in flight. Then we're going to put the little beak on here. Put a couple little eyeballs. Actually, I don't think I'm going to put the eyeballs in black on here. I think we'll just do it out of uranium or something. I don't even know if it needs it. Yeah, we'll put a couple of little dots on there. What the heck? Dot number 1. Dot number 2. And there we are. So now we got the bird all set up. And again, the body will glow orange and the wings and everything will grow. They're going to glow green. Good night, Leslie. Okay, let's put together a little sculpture here and make it look good. Actually, we're going to use this shimmer stuff and we're going to mix in some uranium and do a full shimmer glass flower. Why not? We're going to make it all uranium glowing. Yeah, it kind of is like a lightsaber, but not. It's a lightsaber, but not. All right, so we're going to bring it down, mix it up. I don't have to use the whole thing either. This is actually going to look kind of cool, I think. I think it'll look good when we're all done. I'm not going to be disappointed in it. Lots of uranium on here. Let's do a couple taffy pulls. There we go. One or two more. So this is going to be what the bird and the flower sit on. I don't want it super smooth. I kind of want some texture onto this whole thing. So it does look kind of like it's on a vine. One more, and that should do it. All right, so we're going to start pulling it down for the actual sculpture. that. Okay, we got to bend it just a little bit. It's not quite there yet. There we are. All right, so that's where the hummingbird is going to sit. Then we got to put the little spot where the flower is going to sit. Again, I want to try and leave as much of this texture on here as I can. Bring it down. Don't you dare. All right, we're good. We're looking good. So this will be the sculpture that it's sitting on. So first thing we're going to do is put the flower on. Then we put the bird on. I do have to move this up just a touch. I can already tell it's not going to be suitable right there. Just going to bring it up, force it up a little bit like that. And then pull this down just a tiny bit. I've made enough of these, I can already tell when it's going to work and when it's not. There we go. All right, let's put this thing together. First things first, we're going to grab the flower and we'll park that on there. So this is the flower we did earlier. Now that one is the UV in the pink and the orange. Pink and orange. Okay, we're going to seal the bottom of this flower up really well. It's one of the mistakes a lot of people make right here. So they just kind of leave it. Trick is to seal all those little petals on the bottom up, create a solid atmosphere for it. Get it to blend. Bring it down. Make sure it's super fused in. Super fused. There we are. Grab our sculpture, pop it on. Like that. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, we're all good. Pull that off. So we're getting there. Now the colors are going to come out much better when they cool off. Right now that green kind of looks almost brownish. I got to fuse that in really good. Sorry, 1 second, I just noticed a spot. There we are. Okay, I'm going to add a little nubby right here. And this is going to give the bird a little bit of loft when I attach it. Like that. So we're going to grip it and attach. Then we'll separate here. Like that. Seriously? Oh well. Wherever it went. So there it is so far. We're not done with it yet, but we're getting there. The bird and the flower balance pretty well. So I think I'm going to pop it on a 3-leaf pedestal. I was going to do like a round fluted base, but I think we'll pop it on 3 leaves. We'll just do that out of clear. I don't think I want to add any color to the bottom of the leaves because that'll kind of distract from it. So we're just going to grab some glass here and let's pull a couple leaves, 3 of them in total, and then we'll just attach them on. Make it super simple. And there we are. Let me find the right size I need. Right here is, no. Yep, here we are. You're perfect. And my handy dandy leaf maker is right here. Let's do it. Yep, lots of little marbles. All right, so all we have to do is heat it up, mix it in. There we are. We got a nice little leaf impression on there. So it creates a little impression of a leaf. Now, I don't like leaving it like that. Some people do. I personally do not. I like to give it a little bit of character. Give it a little bend. Like that. Pop that one off. Do another one. 2 more to go. 2 more. And then we'll be good to go. Just got to get enough on here. And that should be good. We're good there. Give it a little bit of a pull and a bend. Burn that one off. And last one. I do sell these, absolutely. The flame looks very white, but actually it's super blue. I'm going to use my filter. You can see with the filter it's blue. That's the actual color. This is a color enhancing filter. It's also what I have in my lenses for my glasses. So that will definitely show you a little bit more of the color. Like that. And we're going to bring it over. Oop, stop. Smash. Then grip it and rip it. Bring it out, give it a little bend. All right, let's assemble. Assembly time. And it should be good. I've got to move one of them. Got to move it. It's a little off. There we are. So I got to park this in the kiln, but we'll come back and burn off the bottom rod down there. Did that crack? I thought I saw a crack. Nope, just the reflection. We'll come back, we'll burn off that bottom rod, and then this will all sit, all going to be super glowy. And now I need to take a break. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. So I need to take a break, though. I need to go take care of my mother real quick and take care of a few things. There are no fumes. Yeah, it's all good. So let me I'll sign off on TikTok. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Yeah, I got to go take care of my mother. She needs some help every once in a while. So I'm going to sign off on TikTok. Thank you. And YouTube, you guys have been freaking amazing. Thank you for all your help. Mods, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. And everybody, all the subscribers and the members. We have members. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'll see you in just a bit.